22 seconds. Shot clock is unplugged. Gardner-Webb basketball up by 11. Littlejohn comes between the rings. Kick out left side to Kane. Looks to the sideline for the play call from head coach Alex Simmons. 10 of the timer. 9, now 8. It's Kane. Ball in her hands of the left wing. Williams comes up to set the screen. Swings it right side to Littlejohn. Back to Kane, near wing 3 at the buzzer. It's in! Kiari Kane, a buzzer-beating 3 from the left wing. And Gardner-Webb puts the exclamation point on a dominant first quarter, 26-12 over the Radford Highlanders. Smith the offensive rebound. Right side to Bevis. Bevis guarded by Ross. Uses a screen, dribbles to her left between the rings. Kick out left side to Kane. Gardner-Webb up by 8. Kane dribbles through traffic. Kick out Bevis. Open right wing 3 is in! The record breaker! Lauren Bevis hits her 211 3. And the third generation Gardner-Webb student athlete is now Gardner-Webb's Division I era all-time leader in three-pointers made. 47-36, Gardner-Webb in front with 2 minutes to go. Cap sets a screen for Bevis, now between the rings. Kick out left side to Kane. Eyes up the basket, calls for a Cap screen. Sets it to her right, Kane uses it. Quick swing right side to Williams. With 10 of the shot clock. Spins her way through the lane at the free throw line. Now slices to her right, off the window and in, plus the whistle. And one for Jessica Williams. For Webb with the basketball. 5:30 to go in the third quarter, up 48-33. Looking to stay undefeated in the Big South at a perfect 12-0. Kane down the lane, kick out right corner for Smith. Thought about a 3, instead drives, floats it to the backcourt over the head of Funderburk. A foot race to it. Penham will get there, dive to the deck, drops it back off to Rhodes. Her shot denied by Alasia Smith. Then knocked away, came off the leg of Michaela Funderburk and will stay with Radford. Williams ahead to Smith, left side of the floor, hands back to Bevis. Into the left corner she goes, swings it back to Smith. Cross-court feed Williams, right wing 3, up and in. Jessica Williams knocks down the triple, 3-0 Gardner-Webb, 8:55 to go in the first. Gardner-Webb starts with the basketball, attacking to our right. Lakin Cox between the rings. Kane drives left. Kane accelerates to the cup, off the glass and in. 44-29 Gardner-Webb, 15 seconds into the third. 4:09 to go in the third quarter. Gardner-Webb leads the Radford Highlanders 48-33. Gardner-Webb trying to stay unbeaten in the Big South right now at 12-0 and 20-4 on the season. Just one of 11 teams in D1 currently undefeated in conference play. Ranked 17th in the mid-major top 25. Best start in program history in the first 24 games. Mojo, we talked with Coach Simmons pregame about just the focus that it takes to stay perfect the way that they have been. That focus has been in full display tonight.
It's been in full display. There's been a couple of sidebars here and there with a couple of instances, but overall this team has been on point and they are just doing what they need to do to forge ahead for their 13th consecutive victory. But right now, both teams, as we said going into the break, struggling to put the biscuit in the basket. Radford hasn't scored in 3:17. Gardner-Webb in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Combined, both of these teams are 1 for the last 15. So offense has been very scarce over the last 3 minutes in this game.
We've seen a grand total of 10 points in the first 5 minutes and 51 seconds of this third quarter. And Olivia Wagner is looking to add to that total. The Radford point guard, the freshman from Virginia, the daughter of 7-time MLB All-Star Billy Wagner, knocks down the first.
Yeah, her dad can throw gas. I tell you, that lefty wind up, and he just threw the ball. He was one of the best relievers in the game during his time.
Second free throw and nothing but nylon as well. 48-35, Gardner-Webb up by 13. 4 minutes to go in this third quarter as Kane comes over the midline, settles on the left wing. Swings left corner to Jessica Williams, attacking to our right, using the Christina Dang screen. Dang now rolls, Williams floats it to her. Dang receives it, kicks it back to Williams at the foul line, shovels it right wing to Kane. Twirls inside, Leaner off the back rim, and Lalonde snatches the miss. Wagner down the lane, kick out right side to Williams. Carmen Williams of Radford, that is. Back to Wagner between the rings. picks up her dribble. Top of the key, Lalonde. Swings it right side to Carmen Williams, guarded by Jessica Williams. Kick out left corner three for Lalonde off the front rim. And it's an offensive board for Vanessa Blake, whose feed is intercepted by Alasia Smith.
What a job by Alasia Smith. She is just so active on both ends of the floor. That time another steal, and she is the nation's leader in total steals. John doing a great job.
Approaching 100 steals on the season, but still a few weeks of basketball left to be played. Truly remarkable. As Bevis pulls up from straight away, a deep two-pointer. Might have been some contact as well, and that puts Gardner-Webb up 50-35, 2:45 to go in the third.
Yeah, she wanted that one, John. She's been on the bench to start the second half, got that first one to go, and she really wanted to put that one down.
And another takeaway for Gardner-Webb as Bevis comes over the midline, eyes up a three, puts it up, rims off, but Williams is there on the left side rebound. Williams through the contact, drops it in, and one.
Jessica Williams doing a great job on the boards, getting another offensive rebound for Gardner-Webb. And in this quarter, Gardner-Webb doing a great job on the boards. That is their fifth offensive rebound this quarter. And we mentioned it at the half. That's something they didn't do in the second quarter. They made the adjustments, and they are attacking that offensive glass here in the third.
Williams' free throw is in. She converts on the three-point play. Gardner-Webb up 53-35, 2:25 to go in the third. As you said, 5 offensive rebounds this quarter after not having any in the second. They had 5 in the first as well. Radford in the front court. It's Wagner, drives over the free throw line, stops, floats off the back rim. Lakin Cox snags the miss, outlets it to Kiari Kane. Accelerates up the left sideline in front of her own bench, attacking to our right. Flings it top of the key to Cox. Work near side to Williams, attacking to our right. Jabs right, drives left. Dump off towards a rolling Cox off of her fingertips and trickles over the end line. A turnover for the Runnin' Bulldogs.
I mean, nice idea by Jessica Williams, but that time she could have just taken it to the rim. She had a nice, easy shot, but she tried to be unselfish, find Lakin Cox, but Cox just unable to handle the pass.
11th turnover of the game for Gardner-Webb as they show the 1-2-2 press that has caused so many issues for opponents this season. In transition, 10-foot jumper from Rhodes off the iron. Loose ball tipped around, last off of Carmen Williams of Radford, so heads back to Gardner-Webb.
I tell you, when I used to coach, I love that 1-2-2, especially if you have a heady point guard that knows how to move the ball from side to side, and you have 2 quick people at half court that can force the trap. Gardner-Webb does have that, and that's why it's so effective.
And Lalonde just took some contact to the mouth, courtesy of Smith. And that is number 4 on Smith, and Lalonde is covering her mouth.
Yeah, Alasia's saying that she bit her. She's pointing out, I think there's like teeth marks in her arm. She's like, ooh, I didn't do anything. She bit me. But nonetheless, they made that call. Let's see if they come over and review this one.
Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield type of situation.
Yeah, I mean, because Alasia was pointing at her arm like, hey, she bit me. But like you said, her arm went into her mouth. So that was just a natural thing for the teeth to hit into her flesh.
Smith comes off the floor. Hope that she's okay after taking some teeth to the arm. Hope that Lalonde is okay as well after taking an arm to the teeth. And Williams is the steal. Jessica to the basket is fouled by Lalonde. Nearly got it to drop, but she will shoot 2.
What a job by Jessica Williams there. Just another steal. Great defense, quick hands. And now she's going to go to the free throw line with a chance for points 20 and 21. So she's right at her average again. Here tonight, John. Just having a phenomenal senior year here for Gardner-Webb.
Will be a little John heads on for Gardner-Webb. Off goes Kiari Kane. Tatiana Beaumont enters for Rachel Lalonde for Radford. So 2 free throws coming for Williams, knocks down the first. Mojo, that was just the 6th free throw of the game for Gardner-Webb. This one will be number 7. Radford has taken 14. Normally, Gardner-Webb is the team that gets to the line way more than the opponent, as Williams is short of the second.
Yeah, if you were Mike McGuire, you're going to be told in the third quarter would be 14-6 free throw discrepancy in favor of you. You would take it, but it hasn't worked out for him because Gardner-Webb is just making shots.
Rhodes drives down the right lane into some contact, no whistle. Offensive rebound for Christ. Kick out top of the key 3 for Panama off the mark. Another offensive board for Chris, the 6'4 center, but she has it stolen away. Picked up by Littlejohn in the final 50 seconds of this third. Gardner-Webb up by 19.
Radford 2 of 13 this quarter, John.
And Cox drops it in over the right shoulder. Hook shot with 40 seconds remaining, and for the 8th straight game, Gardner-Webb has a lead of 20 or more points.
No, I'm not an actuary, but 2 for 13 is 15%.
Not ideal for Radford as they miss on the other end, and Gardner-Webb can hold for one final shot. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gardner-Webb up 56-35 over Radford. The Running Bulldogs have hit one buzzer beater already, courtesy of Kiari Kane. Bevis has the ball in her hands, between the rings, uses the screen, switch comes, bounce pass to Cox, free throw line, drives left with 4 seconds, Cox is fouled with exactly 3 on the timer, and Lakin Cox earns a trip to the charity stripe.
I mean, this is how good Gardner-Webb's defense has been. Radford now 1 of their last 13 from the floor. I mean, this has just been stifling defense here tonight.
And 4 turnovers in the last 4:08 for the Highlanders as well, as Cox comes up short in the foul shot.
Yeah, they've turned the ball over 20 times here tonight, and Gardner-Webb has made them pay, scoring 21 points off of those 20 turnovers.
11 steals for Gardner-Webb. Live ball turnovers, crucial. Second free throw rims off, but didn't matter anyway. It was a lane violation against Gardner-Webb. So 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Gardner-Webb up by 21. And Radford has to go the length of the floor. It's an inbound to Panam. We'll just put it behind your back. And we head to the fourth and final frame. Gardner-Webb running away with things. A shutdown frame as they hold Radford to single digits. Just 9 points for the Highlanders in the third, and Gardner-Webb leads 56-35. Back after this on the Running Bulldogs Sports Network. Back here in the PNC Bank pregame show, getting you set for today's game between Gardner-Webb and the Winthrop Eagles as Big South Conference play rolls on. Now happy to be joined by the head coach of the Running Bulldogs, Alex Simmons. Coach, let's start with the last game, a double-digit win against Longwood. A first quarter where you trailed by 3 points after the quarter. What changed after that first?
I think we really just kind of settled in. They were pressing us. They were doing some different things as far as their transition defense. So once we settled in, once we got used to doing what they were doing and started making a couple of reads, I think we were fine from there.
Another game where you were able to get a lot of players on the court. 13 players played. How important is it to build depth in situations like that? I
think the more game experience that we can get for everybody, the better. I think we got great minutes from Christina Ding. We always get great minutes from Michaela Funderburk. Sarah Matthews came in the game. She's one of the ones who, we really ask her to lock in on the defensive end when we sub her in. So, the more experience we can get, especially from a game, I think it's better, especially down the stretch, going into some of our second round of games next week and then going into the tournament.
Lauren Bevis had a season-high 26 in that game, and she enters today just 2 threes away from tying the program's D1 record for threes in a career. What has she meant to this program over the last 4 years?
I think, she's a legacy player. So her dad played football here. I believe her grandfather played football here. So the legacy that she's leaving for her family is more important to me than anything she'll do on the basketball court. She's been a player who, she wanted to be at Gardner-Webb. She when I came in, she didn't know if I was going to keep her because she was a freshman coming in, but I knew the first time I talked to her that she was passionate about basketball and that she wanted to be at Gardner-Webb. She and I connect on so many levels, when it's basketball, whether it's competing, and just in how we think and things like that. So I think that's why me and her have such a great relationship, because we think very similarly.
Alasia Smith continues to lead not just the Big South, but the nation in steals. What is it about the way that she plays defensively that allows her to find so much success in that regard?
Well, not only her athleticism, but she has a knack for the ball, and she can read passes. She can come out of nowhere and run through a passing lane. She just has a nose for the ball, whether it's steals or rebounding. You don't see a lot of players like her at that size who can do a little bit of everything. But again, when she came here, it was kind of, well, we don't really know what you can do, but I know one thing you'll be able to do is play great defense in 5 positions. And so she takes advantage of that in games, and we take advantage of that when we play other teams.
You welcome in a Winthrop team today. When you look at this team, what are some things that stand out to you about them, and what are some things that your team needs to do to come out of here with a win?
Well, I think they're a 4-guard, 1-post type of team. Sometimes that can give us problems because we do start 2 bigs. They're a team that's going to play extremely hard, and they're a team that's going to push the ball in transition. They'll probably run majority zone, which I think we played pretty well against most zones in most of our games. So it'll be interesting to see, defensively what they try to do to us in the half court.
This won't be the first time that you coach against somebody with Tennessee ties, and I know that Coach Randall was at Tennessee before you were there, but what does it mean to you to be able to share the sideline with a fellow Tennessee legend?
It's special. I think the main thing is that, with us coaching all of Coach Summitt's former players, I think every day, we always want to continue her legacy, and to have both of us on the sideline coaching against each other, I think that just takes her legacy another step.
Awesome. Coach, as always, thank you so much for your time. The PNC Bank pregame show continues after this.